What's good? What's good to the YouTube streets? Welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. You are hearing the voice of Mrs. Best. I am here. My apartment is under construction. Hey, y'all. So I am in my bedroom and I don't have my webcam and all my equipment. So apologies. I will be off camera. But you have my beautiful co-host face, James Jackson, renowned author, to look at. He's got the book and he just
Shameless plug.
He's having Fraternity Row, what would it be called? A sequel? Or is that what it's called?
It's going to be, well, here's the thing. I haven't copywritten the title yet, so I can't say the title, but it will be the second installment of the continuous story because as you guys know, for those who have read my book, Fraternity Row's very last page has a to be continued. It's a to be continued at the bottom. So if y'all want to know what happens, stay tuned because it's going to be I think it's going to be like a 4-part series of me going over my first book. Hi, Naya, my first book, but we're going to read the book together and we're going to expound on the characters a little bit, give you a bit of a character perspective. And then I'm going to give y'all a small sneak peek of what's to come in chapter 1 of the next Fraternity Row book. Yeah, I'm not going to want to miss this because it gets crazy. Let me tell you.
My husband's excited for it. So I'm like, that's good. That's good. You did a great job with the book. What's good, Naya? She said Thuggin' Cousins. We need to put it on a shirt and give her 10%.
We really do. Yeah. You need to start selling. We need to start selling those. Yeah, we should have been selling some.
Thuggin' Cousin. Reminds me of Poetic Justice. He said cousin. Anywho, you guys, we're here to go over the Housewives of New Jersey. Wah, wah, wah.
This is a boring ass episode. I can't believe she want me to recap this with her. Oh my God, y'all.
I love the Housewives of New Jersey. I am a super fan. I don't know what it is about these white women. I don't know what it is, but I enjoy the show. Now, in recent years, it's gone downhill. I think they allowed Teresa to be too much in the spotlight. And I also think that they gave the storyline of her and her family too much light. And now we get episodes like this where it's just like repetitive, catty, childish, things of that nature, y'all. But we gotta recap it. I gotta recap something. I'm trying to build a channel, but New Jersey, we shall see. Anyway, you guys, so we start off at Rachel Fuda, one of the newer housewives. We're at her shore house because they're all on the Jersey Shore, which they do in recent times, it seems like every season. And the next morning, Jennifer Fessler is talking with Rachel, and she explains the talk that she had with Teresa, which Jen Fessler is wishy-washy, and we'll get into that in a moment. But according to Rachel, Jen Fessler did not like Teresa at all. She didn't like her. She didn't care for Louis. And in my opinion, it does seem that Jen is being fake, but she also seems a bit slow. But I also feel as though Rachel and John are kind of dragging it. Like, if you know, someone can tell me that I'm a drug dealer. Someone could tell me that I'm an axe, murderer. Somebody can tell me that I am, got hair like Donald Trump. I don't know. People can say whatever they want to say about you. If you know that what someone else is saying about you is not a fact, you know it to not be true, then let it go. The more you talk about it, the more you make a problem out of it, the more people are going to be like, well, was he a drug dealer? Should we look into the past? Why are they so defensive? So that's where I stand with it. With Jen, I wouldn't think Jen Fessler was messy if she didn't say to Marge and Rachel individually and privately when in the first episode, my loyalty and allegiances to them. She says that, and then she goes with Teresa. So that's how I feel on it. How do you feel on it, James?
She pissed me off because it was like to me, this is, even though she's not a main cast member on the show, it's giving you trying to go wherever the glue sticks the best, whether that's over to Teresa on her side or with what's our girl named Rachel?
Yes.
Rachel, her side with Marge and all them, and Melissa. You trying to figure out wherever you can stick. So if you feel you can toddle between the groups, then you got a safety point. See, women like her are strategic as hell. You got to watch them because We heard her say that she didn't like Teresa. We heard her say she don't want nothing to do with her. Then we heard her say in this season that her allegiance is with Marge. And now here you go talk about, well, I like Teresa and they just need to get over it. And it was like, ma'am, come on. No, we need to get over you is the problem.
Jennifer Fessler, I saw someone comment like, we should have known that she was going to be this thirsty and a flip flopper because she was a friend of. She is not a housewife. She is still just a friend of, barely that. And she got her little bit of housewives money and got her entire face and body done. This is not the same Jen Fessler that we met when we first saw her. So I don't know. Jen's annoying. Moving on, y'all. Jennifer Aiden. Jennifer Aiden is good TV, but ethically, like in real life, like she would have probably been smacked up by somebody or sued. But she's good TV. I will say that. So Jennifer Aiden says that her kindness to Melissa is not being and has not been reciprocated. Here's the thing. Uh, Jennifer got involved in Melissa and Teresa's family drama. I think that a lot of people forget that. Jennifer Aiden, when she came onto this show, the first thing that she did was cling to Teresa. Um, she's basically done nothing else. She's done some vile things, said some vile things. I think she does a little bit too much trying to be extra for TV, but then all in the same token, she's been pretty fake with her marriage and things that's happened. She hid the fact that Mr. Bill Aiden cheated on her a few times and all these other things. So I'm up and down with Jen, but she is not a victim at all. She has not been kind to Melissa. She's done several things to Melissa in recent seasons that have just been problematic. And usually Melissa looks for an issue. So for someone to actually give light to that, it's like, come on, Jen. But it just shows that she doesn't understand that her behavior contributes to the problem. So now she feels like she was done dirty and she feels like she was done wrong. And for some reason, she's trying to blame Danielle for this. And she then says that Joe and Melissa avoid accountability. I'm not, listen, y'all, I love this franchise, but Jennifer, Aiden, and Teresa will literally say 10 lies that they know are lies until they think that they believe it or we believe it. Jen and Melissa supposedly made peace. Now she got a problem with it because Melissa don't return her texts and things like that. Well, what reason do she have to trust you? You have to give her time. So I'm not. Do you have anything you want to comment on that?
Yeah, well, because I felt two ways about it. One, I don't believe shit Jennifer Aiden says, first off. Let's get that out there now. I don't believe not a damn thing. She just the look of her just looks just manipulative, condescending, and just radish. So I don't like her at all. However, if we're going back to the beginning and everything, Melissa did have a part in that too. So I somewhat can see, somewhat, and I'm gonna say somewhat with a very emphasis on the somewhat. See what Jennifer is talking about.
It's a very small sum because
It is.
anything that Melissa ever did to her, when you look back to who started the, it's not even about the beef, but
It
so
wasn't a beef, yeah, but
even so, Jennifer started their whole issue from the jump, but then the way that she handled it wasn't the best. There are times Melissa can respond differently, but then I
yeah.
also feel like the way Melissa responded to Jennifer, we need more of because she then spends too much time talking about
Well,
her
in some instances,
family.
like I said, in some instances it was one. There was probably one or two times that I felt when the interaction, I felt like Melissa did kind of snipe her a little bit
Yeah,
after I thought they were cool. But in other instances, no, Jennifer's on bullshit.
yeah,
And I just felt like for me, you taking on Teresa's battle, if Teresa were to lead the show, where would that leave you? You ain't gonna have nobody but Dolores to film with. So
yeah, yeah. And she almost messed that up too.
right, and you lucky Dolores got the heart she got, because Dolores way better than I ever could have been. It would have been curtains for you. I wouldn't even have seen it for you.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, Jennifer, I think at this point she's just there because she'll stir up drama that makes absolutely no sense. But I'm a little annoyed with her. But moving on, you guys, Melissa feels that Jennifer is messy as well. And this is what it comes back to. Jennifer did spread a cheating rumor about Melissa last season. And she's blindly loyal to Teresa, which is true, which is very, very true. Listen, when people start rumors and talk about your family, your income, your bills, your kids, husbands, things like that. I don't think you should mess with them again. If you start a rumor and you like, oh, I heard that, heard this and that, still whatever, but don't certain things I don't think are forgivable. So with Jen and Melissa, you guys have been talking about your beef now for 3 seasons. You don't really interact with each other. Season after season, you make up and then you come back and then suddenly you don't like each other again. I'm over it. New Jersey needs a cast refresh. I definitely think it's time for, I think Melissa and Teresa need to go personally. I think their family issues caused the cast to have like a split and a divide. And I think it's getting to a point where it's impacting the authenticity of what we see on the show. It's annoying. Moving on, y'all. Joe Gorga calls Bill Aiden, Jennifer's husband, to invite him and Jennifer to his little birthday party that Melissa is throwing for him. Apologies, y'all. You probably hearing my husband snore in the background. I am in my room. He's right next to me, so apologies. He snores like I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what to call it. But that man will sleep anywhere. Nia Green said, I haven't heard that quote in ages. It's curtains for you. I love it. She's so funny.
I feel nostalgic, Nia. Don't mind me.
It is that people used to say that all the time. It's curtains and it's you out of pocket, all those things.
Well, here's the thing. Jennifer want to be on the show and make an ass of herself, so I'm gonna pull that curtain and close it on that motherfucker.
Listen, that's necessary. It Absolutely. Might be necessary. Joe calls Bill though. Jennifer's hollering while they're on the phone. That's not your brother. Bill basically declines an invite to Joe's birthday party, even though Bill don't really have an issue with none of these people. The only reason he declined the invite is for Jen. Here's the thing, y'all. Bill, for seasons, people laughed at Jennifer like her husband obviously cannot stand her, don't like to be around her. He also never backed her up fully when she was wrong. And I don't blame him because a lot of times she was wrong and he just he couldn't get behind it. So she got at him. They went to counseling, threatened to leave him, all this crazy stuff. I don't think that Bill truly did not want to go. I think he was happy to be invited and would have went. I think the only reason he said that is because he don't want to hear Jennifer's flapping ass mouth. That's how I feel. How do you feel about Bill declining the invite and that whole little thing that went down?
I wish he wouldn't have did it and went just to spite her because it's stupid. At the end of the day, I understand everybody wants to take the Greg leads. I'm not going nowhere my wife ain't invited to. It's like at the end of the day, they probably would have extended the olive branch to her to come to this party had he said yes. So,
well, that's what I thought they were doing when they called. He invited
that's
her.
What they were doing,
but it's like, Jen, if you can't go to somebody's party and be cordial, why are you on this show? Like, I get that she's entertaining, but if you can't be cordial with people without being around Teresa or without her permission, then you're useless to me. I don't need housewives that's up somebody else's ass deciding to go places and not go places because of stupid beefs. And truth be told, Jennifer can't handle her liquor and acted a fool at a lot of events and put Bill and herself in a bad spot. So I'd be tired of her, James. Can't stand her.
I mean, she's just exhausting. And it's like, ma'am, you don't need to even be this way. Don't you got a job? Don't you work? Like, don't you do something?
Yeah. Yeah. Jen claims they don't actually want us at the party, which is stupid. They wouldn't invite you if they did it. But moving on, Gabriella, Teresa's daughter, she is going off to college. Teresa, we know that Louis is not helping your daughter fund college. We know that Louis has played with your finances to where you back in the same spot you was when you broke that.
Exactly.
I'm not giving this light. Gabriella, congratulations to you for going to college. The way Gia acted, I don't really want to spend too much time on Teresa's daughters. Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna say it like this. Joe Giudice, it was nice to see you on the camera phone.
Yeah.
It was nice to see you on the iPhone FaceTime. It was very nice to see you in that awkward high between you and Teresa. It was very nice. And it was very awkward when Louis said, I love you, Joe. The fuck?
I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Teresa's kids are older, but I don't like how her kids like to get involved in the show, have opinions. I don't need her kids having confessionals. There's nothing more special about her kids than there are other kids. I'm sorry, as quiet as it's kept, and certain communities may not like me for saying this because there's not too many recappers that look like me talk about New Jersey, but I just personally think that she's acting like her kids are the only people that have gone through having a parent go to prison, having a parent go to jail. Um, I don't care to see them on the show anymore. I don't care to see Teresa though. I don't have an issue with the babies, but let them go live their life off camera. The girls are all smart, which is a miracle compared to what their parents are.
I'm trying
So
to tell you.
listen, let them be. Let them be. I'm so tired of Teresa on this show. And she hasn't done anything iconic on this show since flipping that table on Danielle.
Oh, and pushing Andy ass back in that chair.
She hasn't done nothing, and that don't even count as iconic. That was just stupid.
I
But
mean,
she
but still, it was like when you think of the shit that Andy be doing on these black shows, it's like I would want Teresa to do it again because I know ain't nothing gonna happen to her.
yeah,
So yes, I
yeah.
would love, yeah. But no, I agree with you. I agree with all of that because at the end of the day, she doesn't do anything. We don't care about anything of this going on in her life with this husband because we know there's some bullshit. And I just, what's crazy is that she's another, like I said, she's another Kyle. Like we gonna get Kyle next season on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle doesn't give anything, even though she says, I've had 3 siblings, my husband, I've put kids in this world, I did all this on TV. Nobody cares. It's all surface shit. Yeah, you bring them on TV to exploit their shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can
So,
agree. I can agree. Kyle, fun fact, my Beverly Hills recap is coming soon. Buying Beverly Hills. Her kids on there, they don't like how she moved either. I said, damn, her kids don't like her, castmates don't like her, her husband don't like her. But it is what it is. But yeah, these I don't know. When Teresa's kids are grown, I don't think she'll have anything. That's a storyline at all. But I'm gonna just let karma happen to her with the husband that she's stuck with. Moving on, you guys, and friendly reminder to like the video if you made it this far. Shout out to the live replay gang. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you really like us, subscribe and check the description for a link to James's channel as well. You guys, Teresa talks to Louis after the little girl go on to college, or her stuff goes to school, and she talks to him about Rachel and John. She literally lied to her husband about every single little thing that she told him about Rachel and John Fuda. She said, I never confronted her. I left her alone at the party when she did confront her, and she did call her out loudly at someone's birthday party. She legitimately lied, saying that she never said that this man was a drug dealer, even though it's on camera. And Teresa's the type, y'all, where the camera will show the receipt and they'll show that receipt again at the reunion, showing her that she did do something that she claimed she didn't do. And this wench will still deny it. That's why I hate people like that. Like, it's not as entertaining as they think it is. It's just annoying. So I don't understand how they have a marriage where they just lie to each other, because we know that Louis is allegedly fraudulent and has PIs on people and has a terrible past history of domestic violence, which is public record. But I just feel like they just sit up and have conversations filled with lies and then have sex. That's what I think happens with. Oh, Louis, they try to make me seem bad, but I've done nothing wrong. I'm the sweetest person that ever was. I never lie. I don't know why they're upset. I didn't hire the PI. I mean, I'm best friends with him, but I didn't hire him. Well, you're so handsome, Louis. I'm telling y'all, that's exactly what happens.
that
Lies,
that
sex,
just
lies.
exhausted me, and I don't even pay attention to Teresa and Louis. Like I don't even. When I tell you, I can't even pick that man out of a lineup, and I actually watched the show.
I could pick him out of a lineup because he's riper than a cherry tomato. That man, why does he always look flushed or like he's been drinking for hours and standing in the Phoenix heat? What is going on? I can't stand her. I can't.
Y'all think I'm good at it, like impressions? Mrs. Best does it way better than I do.
I'm just shy, but she irritates me. That's what I hear when she talks, the way she speaks. I want her to only speak Italian because we know Teresa is bilingual. She speaks fluent Italian. I need her to just do that because at least then it'll sound pretty. Do you know what I mean? Moving on, y'all. Joe's birthday party occurs. everybody shows up, including Jackie Goldschneider, some old cast members. And here's where messy Marge gets to work. First of all, Marge, I need you to stop coming on camera without makeup. I understand, be confident in yourself and all of that. But between the facelifts, the Ozempic, and your age, it's scary. I need Marge
And I
to
need her to
just be
stop.
on
And
camera done.
I need her to stop putting her hair up too. That's another thing I need her to stop doing. I want her to stop putting her hair up. Like, or if you gonna put your hair up, get you some pieces and throw it up in there and do that, because when y'all notice when her hair is in the ponytail, it make her eyes slant. Like, go back and watch that episode. I was looking at that. I was like, the fuck wrong with her eyes?
Marge came on season 1 with pigtails. She was actually like a cute old lady. That's just what it was. And she actually, for many seasons, prided herself. And her husband, he was against like plastic surgery. She was like, I've never been touched. And then she started, and it's like she just went crazy with the plastic surgery. I don't judge everybody for plastic surgery. Some people get it and they know how to like do their little tweak, make themselves an improvement, as they'll say, and keep it moving. This lady is like not stopping. So I don't know. But Marge is at this party, y'all. She's being messy. She tells Rachel how John invited, she tells Rachel basically how Joe Gorga invited Bill and Jen to the party, but they declined. And that's when we find out, they move on to Jen Fessler, that they are both annoyed with Jennifer Fessler. I'm gonna just breeze through, you guys, because this episode really wasn't a lot, and so it was kind of hard to take notes. So we're just gonna like get on the like Mrs. Best Reviews choo-choo train through the episode the best that we can. Meanwhile, at the same time that this is all happening, Teresa is out to eat for Gabriella, her daughter's going away party. She's getting ready to go away to college. She's going to Michigan because she understood that the smartest thing for her life was to get the hell away from her family. And that's what she seems to be doing. So congrats to her. It's really kind of sad, though, because Gabriella and Antonia are the same age. At one point, these cousins had a close relationship. Because of their parents, they're not able to do that. At the same time that Joe's having a birthday party, Gabriella's going off to college. And I just know that if it were years ago, they probably would have blended the parties or done something together. It's just unfortunate to see the family separated because of stupidity and spouses, in my opinion. Because Teresa, like, if I was Melissa, I understand Teresa's difficult. Let her be difficult. She could have placed a boundary and been like, I just don't want her in my house. But it's still your husband's only family. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like everybody could have handled it better. And it's sad that everything is separate. But Frank Catania, who James Jackson liked.
Yes, baby.
I don't understand it. But Frank Catania is thinking of getting
That's
engaged to
because
his
he looked
girlfriend.
Now, you know that ain't gonna bit more work than I'm sitting there looking at him. Man, you gonna go get you another man and stop playing with people. Please. Because yes, absolutely. He just looked mean and just, it's like, hey, like he'll grunt and stuff. And let me stop.
Not he looked like he'll grunt.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he'll grunt and everything. I know everybody don't think he all that fine, but that man fine. He ain't as fine as Danielle husband, but definitely he can get it. Danielle husband go first than him because all the rest of these men is ugly to me. Oh,
yeah,
you know what you did?
None of them are really all of that. Honestly.
You know what you forgot to bring up? That damn sex doll that look used.
I'm not bringing that up. I'm not bringing up no sex doll.
Yo.
I absolutely am not discussing no sex doll. Listen, these men do this as season after season.
So they just pass it around and like
they do this. They was taking shots out of the doll's asshole by the end of it.
I ain't finna do it. I know used doll. No, you ain't finna. That doll was used. I'm sorry. It still had like smudges and stuff of dirt. I was like,
I don't know what a used sex doll looks like. I just know they poured alcohol in the part where the man's tillywhacker goes to do anal in that doll, and they was taking shots out the doll's butthole. That's what I noticed. No, I did not skip it. I didn't forget it. I intentionally kept it moving, James Jackson. You would bring up the sex doll, though.
Because I just couldn't believe my eyes. I just couldn't believe
This is what
because
happens
it was
on the
used.
Housewives of New
Because it
Jersey.
was
Naya said
used.
WTF. So the
Because
men of New Jersey for my listen, I'm gonna just say what it is, y'all. YouTube can get mad at me. It's a fact. There are certain things in certain cultures that men may do that, regardless if you gay, straight, indifferent, trans, whatever, that in certain cultures we just don't play with. One of those things in Black culture, we don't play with sex toys and stuff like that.
not
Like
to
Black
this
men,
degree, no, not to this.
they not doing it like that,
And we're not
and,
gonna pass
and
around no doll and
no,
suck up. And no, we're not gonna do that. No, we're
I
not
don't
going
care
to
if
do that.
they are in drag, trans, gay, straight. It's just not really happening
We're
like
not
that.
doing that. We just not
So
doing that.
these New Jersey men, they tend to play with dolls. What was it? Last season, they waxed John Fuda's chest and played with his nipples. So they get drunk and they do dumb. They get drunk and they do dumb shit, y'all. That's what happens. They get drunk and they do dumb shit. And
I didn't see that.
if I was a wife of any of these men, I wouldn't let my husband play with the others. Y'all not gonna have no ignorant ass play dates where you're taking shots from buttholes and waxing each other. Just listen to what I just said. Like
They overly friendly in Jersey, Lord
all of
jeez.
the Jersey men, they kind of make the show, and in my opinion, because the drama in Jersey is usually family related. A lot of the cast has known each other 20 plus years. A lot of times, I feel like the men are like the comic relief for this show, the stupid stuff that they do. He was so proud to bring that sex doll as a
I
gift.
mean, he was holding it like it was a baby. It was like,
Like he
why?
protected it.
Why? And then the fact of the matter is, I wanted to see why was it not in the box, and why did you blow it up at your
He
house?
blew it up exactly.
Like I don't. That's why I'm saying. I believe that was some shit he already had, and he already used, and
But
then
his
he
wife was like, yeah, he wanted to get this. I had to find him a sex doll. If my husband tells me to go on Amazon and look for a sex doll, you know what? I'm gonna leave it where Naya said. Drunk white people stuff. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
That's enough. We can stop talking about that. We can stop.
That's all we can say. James will bring it up. But yes, these are the things the men in New Jersey do. Do I understand it? No. Is it funny? Yes. Am I gonna be okay with my husband gifting a sex doll to someone else's husband? Not particularly. Let's give them a plant or a gift card. Let's keep it safe. You know, that's how I am. But y'all, the last scene of this recap, these gonna be fast recaps, y'all, because that is the episode pretty much. Is Marge, Jen, and Rachel are chatting off to the side, and Jennifer Fessler is explaining why Teresa and her were talking, and Jackie, who used to be a cast member, she comes over, and Marge calls out Jen at the time that Jackie comes over for speaking poorly about Louis, which is true. Jennifer Fessler was not messing with Louis, and Jackie then asks Marge why she's getting all worked up when talking to Jen, which, Jackie, please don't try to have a backbone now that you've already left the show and demoted yourself because you couldn't handle or have a backbone prior. Also, side note, Jackie is in real time friends with Teresa. Nobody respects her for it, it seems like. The things that Teresa did, the way she came for Jackie's marriage. Marge has actually been a good friend to Jackie. I know people feel how they feel about Marge because she's messy, but when it comes to Jackie, a lot of Marge's mess and the things that Marge did was her fighting battles for Jackie. So for Jackie to come back and then get involved with two friends who've been friends for 20 years, that'd be like if some of my new friends that I met, like if I'm having an argument or a disagreement or something with James, if they stepped in to try and, have an opinion or fix it. Like when people known each other so long, sometimes it's best to just mind your business and let them figure what they got to figure out, you know? So I didn't feel like Jackie should have done all of that. But Marge gets pissed off and things do continue to get heated. And Jennifer Fessler says that she ain't Marge's soldier. And it doesn't make any sense to me because I'm like, Teresa's causing all of this. Marge
And
and
she ain't
Jennifer
even there.
Fessler, right.
And she ain't even there. That's what's so crazy about that whole thing. She wasn't even there. And somehow her presence or just her name was able to cause all this friction
Mayhem.
and all this shit. Y'all, you have to be the most except for Dolores. I'm gonna keep Dolores out of this. But the rest of y'all have to be the dumbest women on earth for letting somebody who wasn't even in y'all presence, somebody who y'all don't even mess with, cause all this friction amongst
Yep.
the rest of you. Y'all have to be so. I'm telling you,
It's
there's
like
no way in
Teresa is
hell.
causing issues between people who are genuinely close and then people who've known each other for years off the show before knowing of her. And I just think that that's where, if anybody questions, like, if anyone wasn't sure that Jen Fessler is wrong, I feel like this shows that she is wrong. Your friends are coming to you saying, hey, you're saying this to us in private, but then you smiling in her face. It's weird. If you want to be cool with her, I feel like they would respect that. Like Marge said in her confessional, I would respect it if you were like, I'm just not about that. I like her. I want to be cool with her. Versus you telling me, I'm going to choose your side. I don't mess with her. And then going and messing with her still. It's very wishy-washy and it's two-faced. So it doesn't make any sense. But Jennifer Fessler says she's going to handle things the way that she wants. I can respect her for saying that, but she should have said it from the beginning. And for some reason, Rachel cries and walks off. It was very dramatic. And this is when I was like, okay, Rachel, now you're annoying me. Because, like, why are you crying in this hallway walking off? And Marge makes a point. Jennifer Fessler does know them first, so there should be the loyalty. And even Danielle, when she hears of it, is like, Jen is not showing loyalty. But I don't know. At they big age, if somebody not showing you loyalty, take it for what it is, keep it moving, and keep
I'm
them a little
saying
less close.
right.
I mean, are we really going to be crying at someone's birthday party in hallways? Are we?
I mean, are we really going? Do we really care this much?
Child.
Like, no. It's so. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid because then y'all allowing this lady once again to cause all this friction, and she ain't even showing up to half of these events. There's
Yeah.
something wrong with all of y'all. Y'all too old to be acting like this. Y'all are in y'all 50s.
The cast needs to
No,
get smart. Y'all want to get paid more. Y'all want to be able to film a show where you can, provide entertainment without having to be followed by PIs and stuff. Realistically, anybody siding with Teresa after what Louis did and her allowing and co-signing it is stupid. There are more of them than they are of her.
I'm about to put it this way. I'm about to side with Teresa if y'all don't stop acting so stupid over her. I'm about to side with her because anybody this smart that get y'all to fight like this, I'm about to side with her. Y'all finna be mad at me, but I'm about to side with Teresa in a minute because this is stupid.
Yeah.
And also Bravo in that call center. I'm gonna need y'all to spice this the fuck up. I'm gonna need y'all to do something. I don't care where she come from. I don't care where she going. But somebody got to do something with this cast. We
Mhm.
on episode 3. I'm not saying y'all got to Salt Lake City it up, but y'all got to do something else because this ain't working.
I think the best thing that needs to happen, Teresa needs to go. She is literally the problem.
It ain't just Teresa need to go. Jennifer need to go. Melissa need to go.
Yeah.
Um, and honestly, and truthfully speaking, March can go too.
Mm, I think that Marge might
Or
need. Here's the thing, Marge,
or
without Marge is like Tiffany on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's the person who stirs up the mess, and she finds a way to do it without like doing it in a way that could get her canceled. Or is that like,
she does, but at the same time, it's really starting to look like see what Tiffany does. I wouldn't compare it to Tiffany, but because what Tiffany does, Tiffany, there's nobody who's exempt from Tiffany. Marge kind of has favorites, and then
no,
she
you
kind
gotta
of
watch a little more because she Marge will hold everybody accountable to the same extent. I will give Marge that. She may now if you piss her off, she's gonna show her hand sometimes what she knows about you. But she's done come and talked about every person on the cast at some point. So she does that. I think what it is a lot of people don't like Marge though because the people that she has publicly gotten into it with since her being on this show have been fan favorites.
well,
At
I
some
don't,
point,
I'm not saying I like Marge, I do, but the problem what I have with her is especially this season, it just feels like she's directly indirect. That's what I'm getting from her so far. And I get the whole Teresa thing. I'm like a Teresa aside, she's not going in on Jennifer Fessler the way I want her to, and that's what's pissing me off.
Well, they've known each other. That's the
It
problem.
wouldn't
Like,
matter to
that's
me.
why I don't like that they're bringing on people they're close with, because it's kind of like Dolores with Teresa, when Teresa's done Dolores dirty, or Dolores has seen stuff that Teresa's just wrong on, and Dolores doesn't speak up the way she needs to, especially at that last reunion. So I do feel like Marge is being softer because they've known each other. But this is also why I feel like, why does Jen need to be on this show as like such a staple? Because if someone's so close to a castmate, I don't think they should be on the show. Like Portia and Shamia, I'm happy that Shamia is a housewife, but I'm not happy that Portia will be there with her, because the two together, I just worry. So I just feel like when people are super, super close, this is a job. Let them be co-workers. We don't need people to be so close, because when they are, then you see stuff like Marge not going in on Jen the way she needs to, Dolores not going in on Teresa the way she needs to. It keeps happening on all these networks. It's very annoying. It's very
I
annoying.
don't mind them being friends a long time, but here's the thing. I know you would never double cross me. I have no doubt in my mind. So to me, I know we would be safe on a show like this because we know each other. We know the ins and outs, and we know. So I think that it can work. But also, I know you would pull me to the side, maybe in front of a camera. I don't know what you. I don't know if you really would or not. But I know you would say, James, now you know you was wrong. Now come on, now you know you had to talk to that girl like that. And because it's you, I'm gonna take it like, yeah, you probably right. I probably already apologize. And you would be like, no, fuck that apology. You don't know, you know her shit. But just don't do it. Don't do that no more. That's how me and Mrs. Best are. Like when we hold each other accountable, it's like now you know you didn't have to do all of that. Like you know you didn't have to do all of that. But then I say I'm gonna go apologize. She goes, no, fuck that. She don't need all that. But you don't need to do all
Lord. These people, it could also be that they don't know each other in real life, though, because you should be able to pull the
absolutely. And
good
that's what I'm
Jen
starting to think
aside.
too. You
Yeah.
said it. I was gonna say that, but I was like, no, I don't feel like that. But I'm starting to feel like that now, watching this season. I'm like, how well do they really know each other? Because it just seems like they're scared to go through each other and they go
And
all around each other.
especially on the East Coast, especially in places
Yeah.
like Jersey and over there, like people will say, "Oh, I know of this person. We're from the same neighborhood," but that don't mean that you close. But we'll
Hmm.
see what happens. I need more to happen this season than just.
Yeah, me too.
It seems like this is going to lead to that big thing that made the tabloids when they were filming some big interaction or whatever, an altercation that happened. I don't know, but I was like, yeah. But that's the episode, y'all. Season 14, episode 3. Hopefully it improves. If not, we'll be here on Monday again next week. That's all we can do. It might be quicker recast, but I'd rather it quick and we get through it than, you know, it not be. So what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to move on to Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I'm going to end this live and start that live. Next, we are going to discuss the finale episode, which I am excited about. Naya beat me to it. Thug Life. Love and light to you all. Thank you for watching if you're part of the live replay gang. And this is your last opportunity. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. James's info is in the description. Thank you, James. I'm
Thank
glad to
you.
be done with
It's
this
my
one.
my pleasure. We finna get into it. Not Love and Marriage. Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Y'all don't miss it now.
Oh, yeah, guy. All right, y'all. Adios.